So I come from a family of doctors. You know, my father was an immunologist. My older brother is a dentist, and I have another brother who's a physician, a GI specialist. So growing up, I wanted to be a musician. So in fact, I was at the National Conservatory of Music back home in Mexico for a few years. And I dropped that, and then I just had a band, and I used to perform, you know, in high school and a few clubs, and I loved it. I mean, the notion of performing in front of an audience was just fascinating. Then I started giving piano lessons, so I got into the teaching component of things as well. And again, I mean, I come from a family of physicians, but also my dad was a full-time professor at the university back home as well. My brother also teaches, so it was kind of like in my genes also to be a part of this have this framework of education. It was just an amazing experience to go through dental school, and then I worked as a GP for a period of 5 years or so. And so that's when I realized that I needed to go back to school and learn some more because I felt very limited. So I applied to a number of schools, and lucky enough, I was accepted at the University of Washington. And it was a total life changer for me. That's when I really got involved with high-end education. So going through the University of Washington, being exposed to, you know, probably some of the best teachers and clinicians in the world, I said, you know, basically following their path, I said, I mean, the notion of teaching and once again, being able to convey or to provide information basically gave me the same adrenaline of that performance that I would get when I was a musician. And so it you know, progressively became very addictive. And little by little, I started to get more involved with lecturing. And Greg Kinzer, who's of course not only one of the top faculty members here at SPEED, but he was also my classmate, invited me to come along with Frank to lecture at the summit at the faculty club. And I saw what it was like just unbelievable. So one of those things that you see it, you can only dream of, and lo and behold, they ask you again to come back, and one thing led to the other, and they got together. They chose me as the next faculty member. But to get that spontaneous response from the crowd gave me goosebumps because it was very natural. It was very heartwarming. So that was just huge. I still pinch myself to see if this is really true. You know, it's just like a dream come true to be able to be a part of this amazing group and to be able to put my 3 cents worth, you know, and share what I've learned, you know. And I say, wow, this has got to be one of the highlights of my life. This very moment here.